Hey everyone, and welcome to the first official devlog for Dreamwalker, The Forgotten Gate. It's been a hot minute since the announcement, and in that time I've moved, I've gotten a new job, and a whole bunch of other life stuff has happened, which has kept me quite preoccupied. But despite this, I made significant progress on Dreamwalker, and today I'd like to show you what I've been working on so far. So let's go to Unreal Engine here, and here you can see the game running in the editor, so we're going to hit play and the main menu is going to appear. A few notes about the main menu. The main menu is actually live in the game, so there's no loading screen. The game is already loaded, so what you're seeing is the game. So if there's any weather or other environmental effects that happen in the world, you'll actually see them in the menu, and that includes day turning into night. So if you stay in the menu for long enough, it will actually become night. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go to a new game so we can show off all the features. So here is the difficulty modes. The difficulty modes are all based on how much hand holding the player gets. So this won't actually cause the puzzles to be any easier or any harder. It will just give the player more of a sense of direction in storyteller mode, where explorer mode they'll be completely on their own and there won't be any notes or any quests or anything like that. So we're going to play storyteller mode and play game. So the first thing I wanted to do was introduce people to the core mechanic of the game, which is point and click, because this is a point and click adventure game. And so this would be this circle here, which is called the focus. This is controllable by both the gamepad and by the mouse, and it works great on both. Right now I'm controlling it with a mouse, and you can see it lights up when we're near something interactable. So we can interact with it, and we are now controlling the character. So we can move around, and we can jump, and the way the camera works is if we hold down the right trigger or the right mouse button on the mouse, we can rotate the camera freely in the scene. This will disable the focus because in playtesting I found that moving the focus and the camera at the same time was really disorienting. If we don't rotate the camera, it will actually stay fixed to an angle, so we can, if we want to, get specific angles of a character or something we want to look at as we move. So this is a climbing. As you notice, when Claire runs into the climbing wall, she'll automatically start climbing it. There's no need to press a button or transition into climbing mode or anything like that. And she will reach the top, and here we are in the inventory tutorial. So here we have a box, and so if you'll notice, if I'm far away from the box, the focus can't interact with it. The focus I have to be close to the object in order to pick it up. So now I picked it up and I look in my inventory and I can see I have a box. It's currently selected, and as I pick up items, those items will be selected. So if I hit B on the gamepad or V on the keyboard, you can see I have this box here, and so this is a 3D representation of the thing that I just picked up. So I can open it, and inside is a key, and I can use the key on this door here and place the box back down on the pedestal, and when I do that, the door opens and I can step through. And so here we are in the game world. You can see some objects, so we're going to go explore what's in front of us. You can see this title show up, so this is a zone, and whenever Claire enters a zone, the name of the zone will come up, and if you can hear in the background, it's a bit quiet, but there's some music that will play as well. So here, our quest over here in the top left is to explore our surroundings, which we're doing. But as we explore our surroundings, you notice that the quest can update, and now we have 3 more quests. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to examine the ruined dome clues, which is Dome E. If you'll notice, the shadows are getting longer, which means the sun is changing position, so it's becoming night. This will happen dynamically as the game goes on. And so we come in here and we find this clue, and notice that the quest disappeared. And so we can hold tab to open up our journal, and we can flip to a page, and the clue is actually written down in our journal. So we don't actually need to write it down on a piece of paper. We could just look in our journal and the clue will be there. So now we want to enter Dome C, which is the next task. So we're going to go over here. As you can see, these domes have lights on them, and the lights show if they're locked or unlocked. So red is locked and green is unlocked, and that allows you to easily see your progress and see which domes you have yet to unlock if you load up the game again. So it's very easy to see that. So we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna go inside. And you notice the quest updated now, so now I have to talk to someone. So if we go in here, there's someone here waiting for us, so we'll go talk to him. And so this is my prototype of the dialogue system. The dialogue system is kept on a data table, which is all referenced to each other through names. So each of these dialogue options is mapped to a specific string. So here you can see if I press the button, it updates the dialogue. So this allows me to have multiple choices, as you can see here. So here Martin is explaining stuff about the world, and he's explaining the lore. So we're just going to accept my quest from him, and he's going to ask us to find some projector slides that they've hidden in the domes. So we go over here and we pick up some items. We can pick up this radio, and we can pick up this piece of paper. So notice there's no icon for the piece of paper. The piece of paper, if you'll see, goes immediately into the journal. So here you can see the two pieces of paper we picked up. One of them was given to us by Martin as we talked to him, and the other one was picked up. And so this one has some clues in it about the dome puzzle. And if we look at our radio here, you can see that the symbols match. So by typing in these symbols, we can create a cipher, and the cipher will be the code that actually unlocks the domes and opens them. So next I want to show you the stone dome. So we're going to go over here, and you'll notice it's night now. So this here is an obelisk. This is the save point in the game. It kind of works like a bonfire in Dark Souls. So if you die, you'll respawn here, and you'll also be able to use them to fast travel to other obelisks. So you can see the symbols on the obelisk represent something we don't quite understand yet. So this game is a knowledge-based game, which means the more you know about the world, the more interesting the world becomes, and the more you'll uncover, sort of like Tunic or Animal Well. So here you can see this puzzle with these 4 circles. And so if we look here, we can see this configuration in our journal that we saw matches this console here. So here we can, I can do this correctly, get these to line up. There we go. And then we hit the button, and the door will open. And so this is the orrery. I'm still working on this area, but here you can see I use procedural generation to generate these stars, and then I used shaders to make these planets glow. There's gonna be a console here that you can use to control the orrery and make the arms rotate. So that's all for now. Next, I plan on working on the orrery puzzle and getting that more detailed, and also getting more updates to the desert because it's kind of empty right now. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope to see you in the next update. Thank you so much. Bye.